Well, the countdown is on to say goodbye to 2025 and hello to 2026. WCT's Anaya Cromartie is in downtown Wilmington checking out one New Year's Eve watch party and brings us the details.
It's a celebration worth staying up for. The new year is a special occasion for many, and there's no right or wrong way to ring it in. I'm here at Eagles Dare in Wilmington, learning how people are spending their time at a watch party to start their new year off. This is one of many places in Wilmington hosting a New Year's Eve watch party. Watch parties usually has activities leading up to the well-known Times Square ball drop. This specific party has dancing, food, and live music. The owner says many choose to go out for the memories.
People want to come and experience something and have an experience rather than just paying for a band to play, or they're just paying for a cocktail, or with whatever background music playing. People want to come and have an experience, and so we try and for us, and I know several others here in town, try and promote those kind of experiences.
There is an increased police presence throughout the state if safety is a worry for you. They're doing DUI checkpoints, making sure that the roads are safe. Cheers to an amazing entrance into 2026. In Wilmington, Anaya Cromartie, WECT News.